Hello friends, this is Jana at the Milwaukee Leading Library, here with another story to share with you. Now today I have a story about birds, so I brought my friend Bluebird. Chirp chirp! Bluebird's saying hello. Bluebird has many bird friends. Some of them are right up here on the board. There are lots of colorful birds up there, aren't there? What colors do you see? I hear you. I think there are some red birds. What other colors? Yellow and green. Oh, and there are two little brown birds and one more right there. Looks just like Bluebird, our friend Bluebird. We're going to start with a rhyme about two bird friends who meet one day. One of those birds is a pigeon. And this right here, one hand is going to be our pigeon hand. You can take 2 fingers and your thumb, and that will be our friend Pigeon. Pigeon says, coo, coo, coo. With your other hand, this is going to be our friend Duck. What does a duck say? Oh, you're right. Quack, quack, quack. All right, so start with Pigeon. The other hand can hide behind your back, and the song goes just like this. Mr. Pigeon went out one day in bright sunshiny weather. He met Mr. Duck along the way and they stopped and talked together. Coo, 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 quack, quack, quack. Coo, 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 quack, quack, quack. Coo, 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 quack, quack, quack. They talked for a while, then they both went back. Oh, hide those birds away. Try that one more time. Start with our friend Pigeon. Mr. Pigeon went out one day in bright sunshiny weather. He met Mr. Duck along the way and they stopped and talked together. What does the pigeon say? Coo, 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 quack, quack, quack. Coo, 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 quack, quack, quack. Coo, 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 quack, quack, quack. They talked for a while, then they both went back. Bye, birds. So let's go see our story. In our story today, the birds have decided to talk in a new way. What do you think they might say? What would you say if you were a bird? Let's find out in our book, Froodle. See you there. Today's book is called Froodle. That's a funny word. Have you ever heard a bird say Froodle? This book is written and illustrated by Antoinette Portis. It's published by Roaring Brook Press. We're reading it today with their permission. Oh, here's 1, 2, 3, 4 little birds standing on tree branches saying, caw, coo, chip, peep. Once again, Froodle. All year long, the dogs went woof, the cats went meow. And the birds in the neighborhood, oh, look at all those birds. What do the birds say? Oh, that sounds like a bird sound. I hear you. These birds say, caw, coo, chip, peep, chip, peep, caw, coo. So look, it looks like maybe we've got some fall leaves here. Maybe we've got some spring blossoms here. What season is it now? Oh, I think you're right. I see some snow. It must be winter. And down here it must be summer. So in the winter, the birds still say coo, chip, peep, caw. And in the summer, peep, caw, coo, chip. Until one day, out of the blue, Little Brown Bird didn't want to sing the same old song. She didn't know what she wanted to say. So the other birds are still singing their regular songs. Caw, coo, chip. And this bird, this little brown bird, just has a big question mark. The bird didn't know what to say, but it definitely wasn't peep. This bird wanted to say something different. What do you think the little bird should say? What would you say if you were a bird? Let's find out. Something silly. Maybe Froodle Sproodle. Oh, that's very silly. Can you imagine a bird saying, Froodle, Sproodle? Definitely. Definitely. Uh-oh. So, did Crow like that new bird song? Crow was not amused. Look at that. Crow is looking Little Brown Bird right in the eye. That didn't sound like a bird song. What did you say? Said Crow. Oodle, said Little Brown Bird. Uh-oh. She meant peep. So the other birds are trying to help Little Brown Bird out. Little Brown Bird say peep, like doves say coo. And Dove says, so true, we do. So Little Brown Bird, way down here, Little Brown Bird said peep in a very small, quiet voice. Is Brown Bird happy saying peep? That was a pretty quiet little peep. But 6 minutes later, something else slipped out. Little Brown Bird said, Tiffle, biffle, just a little miffle. Oh, that's silly. Tiffle, biffle, just a little miffle. Stop! You are little and brown and you say peep. But she just said miffle. Olive, anyone? Dove liked to keep the peace. So Dove is trying to keep the peace between these birds. Crow is not happy. Crow wants Little Brown Bird to always say peep. What do you think? Do you think Little Brown Bird should say her own thing? Do you think she'll go back to peep? But not even snack time stopped the silliness from spreading. Because Cardinal figured out there could be silly red birds too. Oh, now the other birds are going to try it. So here's little red bird upside down saying, ickle, zickle, pickle, trickle. That's pretty funny. And Crow says, stop it. And Dove says, too late. Uh-oh. Other birds are figuring out you can sing whatever song you want. Ickle, zickle, pickle, trickle. I like that one. Who do you think will sing a new song next? And what will they say? Now Dove was wondering if there could be silly white birds. So that Dove tried it out and said, oobly snoobly. Oh, there could. You too, Dove, says Crow. And Little Red Bird said, try it, Crow. Give it a try. You might like it. Crow flapped her wings and said, everyone knows there is no such thing as a silly black crow. Oh, please come back, said Dove. But no, Crow flew away. Crow does not want to change her song. Crow did not like those silly birds. So here's Crow way over here, and here are the other birds trying to figure out what to do. Dove said, you two do something. That Little Brown Bird says, we'll mind our peeps and coos. And Little Red Bird said, it's a lost cause. Lost cause. There's nothing to fix. Do you think Crow will still be friends with these birds? Little Brown Bird knew they wouldn't mind them forever. So she wondered, could crows be silly too? So these three birds, they just kept singing their new silly songs. Here it goes. Cloggin', zoggin', itsy boggin'. Ooh, I like that one. What else could they say? Fooblick, dooblick, not a crewblick. Or maybe sliggy, quiggy, zinker, triggy. Or here's one more. Now look at the sky in these pictures. I think it's getting darker. It must be nighttime. And look, here's the moon. The moon is coming up. The stars are coming out. So I think all night long they're singing their silly songs until the morning sun is rising and they're still singing Buppy Scruppy Hup Hup. Buppy Scruppy Hup Hup. Now look at Crow. In this first picture, Crow is still really far away. But what happens as the night goes on? Crow is moving just a little bit closer until that last time when they say Buppy, Scruppy, Hup, Hup. And Crow says Whoopi. Look at that. Crows really could sing a silly song. Crow said Whoopi. Oh, the other birds are very excited. Crow joined in the fun. And now all the birds tried it. Flodden, yachts, pleamish, inkapadink, or inkpadink, oats, flisk, blurv. The neighborhood was never the same. Can you imagine walking along and hearing the birds say that? Flodden, yachts, pleamish, inkpadink, oats, flisk, blurv. Those are silly bird songs. What would you sing if you were a silly bird? And on this last page, even the cat and the dog tried out a new sound. Here's our friend Cat walking along the fence saying, schmoodle. That doesn't sound like meow. And here's our friend Dog. What do you think Dog's gonna say? This dog said, skerpoodle. Oh, instead of woof woof or bark bark, skerpoodle. The neighborhood was never the same. That story is called Froodle. Did you like that story? Boy, it would be fun if birds said silly things like Froodle, oodle, snickerdoodle. I would like that. We are going to finish with a song about one more bird. This bird is called a peacock. Have you ever seen a peacock? They have big tail feathers. When they open them up, they are super colorful. So we are going to wave our fingers like this is our peacock's feathers. And this peacock lives at the zoo. The song goes like this. I met a little peacock, he lived at the zoo. He had so many feathers, he didn't know what to do. He shook them to the left, he shook them to the right. He shook them and he shook them and he shook them out of sight. Ooh. Try that one more time, a little bit faster. So wave your peacock feathers just like this. I met a little peacock, he lived at the zoo. He had so many feathers, he didn't know what to do. He shook them to the left, he shook them to the right. He shook them and he shook them and he shook them out of sight. Oh. Goodbye, peacock. Thanks for joining me for Storytime today, friends. See you next time.